Vlog day 276. Yes, quite. Yes.
So, just in case you've never moved to another country before, or maybe you have, this is kind of what it looks like and feels like. You go between days that are like,
oh, cool! Neato! Oh man, I'm actually doing this! This is so cool.
where other days kind of feel a lot like this.
What? Why? Who would set it up like this? Why am I doing this?
Oh, let me explain. After I finish my run.
See, this is why I don't trust earbuds for running anymore. Like these are brand new. These are straight out of the package. I literally just opened them for this run. One of the earbuds is dying, like crackling out. So thankfully I didn't pay for these. For those of you who have moved anywhere, you know that it's kind of stressful moving to a new place. And if you move to a new country with new cultures, new customs, that adds a layer. And then if they speak a different language, that adds another layer. And the language part actually makes everything kind of like triple stressful in a way, because everything that should just be simple adds that language barrier on top of everything. So you're like, did I understand everything properly? And then all the things that are complicated become like just insanely complicated. So that's kind of where you end up having those moments where you're like, I was gonna say that it is an emotional and like a logistical thing and cultural, but really it's all internal. Like it's all inside yourself. But the thing is, like how I'm pretending to dry my hair, it's just cold. The beard, however, really does need drying sometimes. So this is my fourth, I don't know how to count this. This is like my fourth time moving overseas, fit something, I don't know. And these are some things that I know that I need to expect for myself as I transition. So as an example, this list of things I need to do to get my visa is pretty straightforward, honestly. But there are a couple of items on here that I'm not so sure about. And it's just the uncertainty that gets added into the mix when you're like, did I read that right? Do I understand this correctly? So it doesn't help when you haven't eaten and you just went for a 4-mile run. Oh, by the way, I broke the 9-minute mark. Huzzah! The 8 minutes and 55 seconds on today's pace. So that's good. 4 miles in under 9 minutes. So I need to bring my visa. I need to bring my passport. I need to bring proof that I live here. I need to bring 3 identity photos. And I need to bring, I'm pretty sure, proof that I paid for a stamp. And I remember getting this stamp before. Where do I go to get this stamp? Uncertainty here. I can do some research online. The problem is most of it's going to be in French. There's a chance I can find some in English. And that's not a problem. I can read the French, but it again introduces that level of uncertainty as to be like, yeah, but is this the thing? Is the thing? And it doesn't help that I haven't eaten, like I said, so I should probably go do that. But I'll do some research on this, and then I want to go to the prefecture today to try to get this started, because once I get my residency card, I'm good. And then I probably need it as well to get like my status up and running so I can be working and whatever else. This is a really necessary step. I'm just slowing down. Partially because the prefecture is notoriously blah, and also partially because I'm really hungry. See, and you see why this might be confusing, because the first result I found, it started by telling me that I can't be polygamous in France. Awesome. And now I've gotten to the point, I think I can buy them online, but they don't have my status on here, like artist or the...
Well, I never knew this was down here. I've never been down the street before. See, taking me on a great adventure already. They don't know. They have no idea. She did give me the information for which police department to go to, but all I'm trying to figure out is how much I need to pay. This is the weird part too. So in order to pay the tax on the titre séjour, on my carte séjour, I have to go to a tobacco, which is literally a cigarette shop. So I gotta go to a cigarette shop and buy a stamp. Just a regular old stamp, but a stamp worth something like 200 euros. But I don't know exactly how much I need to pay, and that's what I'm trying to figure out, but nobody can tell me so far. now I've got to find a flippin' police department. I'm getting hungry. That line goes on for days. I'm gonna need to have lunch before I stand here for an hour because all I've had to eat today is one pastry and I ran 4 miles, so that's not the best combination. Let's go find lunch. I really don't want to stand in that line twice because it's gonna take like an hour or two, literally, just standing in line. Just to be told a piece of information that they should have already told me so I can go pay at a tobacco store. All right. Fed and that much, hopefully more ready to stand in line for a couple of hours. It's the fact that I'm gonna have to do this twice that's killing me. Almost 2.5 hours later, I'm inside. Only guaranteed to get information, but that's all I needed was information. So we'll see if we make it. What is what? You wait in line to wait some more. Well, that took a solid 3.5 hours just to find out that I need to get my birth certificate translated again. Gosh dang it. I think I have a translated version of my birth certificate somewhere, but so just to recap, basically what I just spent my entire day doing, all I needed to know ultimately was where to buy a stamp and how much that stamp would cost. Everybody around here knows you buy those tax stamps from tobacco stores, okay? You know, and you get your food stamps from the car dealership. It makes perfect sense. What nobody could tell me was how much I needed. So you go in and you just buy a stamp. Say, I've done this before, but I can't remember. And that's how you pay your tax. You go and you buy a stamp. So it's kind of like just handing your money to the, it feels like money laundering a little bit. You bring your receipt, you turn that in to show that you've paid it, and that's what they kind of count as your taxes for your, residency permit. So since it wasn't located anywhere online, I emailed the police and they couldn't tell me. They just said go into the police department. Yeah, and the people that I was waiting in line with had even called multiple times and gotten the same answer. We don't know. Go into the police department. So we all waited in line for hours just so they could be like, oh yeah, we don't know either. But it's mounted on the wall over there so you can go look for yourself. Which was part of it. The other part of it was that I found out that, because I figured, well, let me go through everything and make sure I've got all the paperwork I need to finish this. And I need my birth certificate, which I misread it's on the list, but it looked like I didn't need it, how I read it. Like I said, always double check these things. So I need to get not only my birth certificate, but I need to get it translated, which I've done before, again, and I should have a copy of somewhere, but will I find it? All of this could have been, completely nixed if all they would have done is put on one page on their website, hey, you want this residency card? This is how much you'll have to pay, and here are the things you need to bring with you. Would have saved me an entire day.